Hey, how we all doing? Hope you've all had a fantastic trading week. Hope you're enjoying the community, and I hope we're all hitting targets and goals that we've set out. Now, this week's recording, and what I want to go over is a little bit more advanced. So if you're really fresh to trading, maybe best to go over other educations first, other courses that we've got, and other bits and bobs, because this is going to be a little bit more for the intermediate, a little bit more for people that are getting their head around the charts and they're understanding the volumes, the ins, outs and stuff like that. So with that in mind, let's jump on and let's go over what I've got. Like I say always, I do want to try keep it not too long, a little bit short, 10-15 minutes, but we'll see how we get on. So let's move my head out the way and let's jump into the screen here. So what I want to go over today is this indicator down here. I know I've had a few questions, I've had a few direct messages myself asking about it. So I just want to touch on what this is and how it can be used. What I want to start off by saying is what I'm going to show you and what this indicator doesn't mean it's always going to work. It really doesn't. It is very good as a confluence to use with other confluences to when you're getting your trades and when you're trading by yourself. It's really good to have, and it's handy to notice what the volume does before taking a trade. So what this is a relative strength index, RSI. That's what they call it. Now, without going too deep and without going right into it, basically this is like the side of the volume. This is where the contracts are. This is where shall we say the real volume is. Let me dig deeper and you'll know exactly what I mean. So this was on the 4th of March. I've picked out a right easy one to get the ball rolling. Right, so as we can see, let's actually put this on. Can I change that to a line? I don't think I can. Right, you can see my line there though. So can you see this candle here? Right, from here, let's go from this candle to this candle. We can quite clearly see it goes up. But if you look directly below, it's on the same candle from here down to here, you can see it's got a divergence. That's what they call it. That's why sometimes you might see on my charts DIV. That's what I mark on my charts, divergence, because it goes the opposite way. Now, what that means, let's say this is in a good POI, good point of interest. Normally does, well, there you go, look, it says it straight away, look. There we go, we're on here, we're on the 5 minute. I'm going to cover all of them candles there, and it comes up into that area. So this may be an area where you can expect a reaction. So when it's in this area, now you're looking for more confluences. You're looking, right, what else do I want to see for it to get for this to break to the downside? Because that's what we're wanting to see at this moment. So not only are we looking for a little break of structure, maybe if you want to be more confident in your trade, you might want a bigger break of structure, relative break of structure, we'll call that one, because it's stronger. But because of this, let's get that there. That would be your entry there. Because of that alone there, that just shows there's not as much volume going into the markets as what it says up here. So it might be taking some liquidity above this stop here, but there's not as much volume. So this is just a great indication, if you see this, to think, okay, it's in an area that I like, and it's indicating that it might go lower. Like I said at the beginning, this doesn't always happen. If you have it on a 5 minute, don't do it at all on the lower seconds. I will show you something on the 1 minute that can help. On the 5 minute, it's very good. And obviously the higher up, the stronger it is. But the way we trade, the way day trades, the way I trade, on the 5 minutes, it works well. It works well, shall we say. So as we can see down here, it comes down to the low here, doesn't it? And then you can see on that bit there is where there was another one. I was looking at it earlier. Let's So we'll make that like that. We can see on here that goes down, that goes up, and you can see the volume is slowed down and up it goes. I believe it keeps going. I cut that down earlier. Yeah, it keeps going up. So you can see that keeps going up, and that's mainly how it all works. But I want to give you some more tips and more pointers how to use it. One, you only want to use it in your point of interest. That's where you don't just use it anywhere and everywhere. Two, you're only going to use it on the 5 minutes, and you do see it like let's just have a more of a goosey gander down here. So if we look from is there any along here? Not so much, to be totally honest. Not so much on the top. I mean, we have got one there, because it kind of don't matter what way round it is as well, by the way, which is, yeah, so then that goes up a little bit. It kind of doesn't matter, this sounds a bit weird, it kind of doesn't matter what way round it goes as long as it's the opposite. So what else I want to do, so now you've got this, and so you've got a continuation trade here. You've noticed your main POI, you've noticed your main 5 minute divergence, but you missed the trade. Let's say you missed the trade, or you're still not sure, you want to see another reaction, you want to see a relative break of structure into your POI, then you want to jump in on the trade. Or you missed that trade and you want to jump in again. This is a good continuation entry. Now again, I'm always going to say it doesn't always mean that you're going to catch these trades and it's simply you're going to win and win and win. Not any indication, any education, anything you see with the charts is never ever a guarantee. But what you got to do is you got to build your confluences, you got to build your rule set, you got to build what you want to see, and you got to tick it off. If you've got 7 rules, say, and 5 of them are ticked off, 6 of them are ticked off, and you're happy with it, then you go for it. It doesn't always mean it's going to go in your way, but that's trading. So let's jump into the 1 minute. What I want to do here, so you can see the trend was on its way down. When you jump into a trade, you always got to have an exit, which is probably going to be my next call. Bit of a spoiler alert there, my next video. But if your exit was down here, Asia low, right? So you've put your trade on up here. Let's do it. You've put your wrong one. Nothing. You've put your trade on over here. Whether you wanted to just put it there, because you've jumped in here, or you want it to be safe. Nothing wrong with being safe. You want to put your stop loss up there. It's up to you. But you bring this down. If you take it out, trade Asia low. Let's just say that, for instance. So that's your trade there on the way down. I'm going to get rid of that, just so it's not in our way. But what else I want to show you is on the 1 minute, we can use the same again. So again, I did say this was for a little bit more advanced, a little bit more people that have been a little bit independent. So as you know, a nice continuation trade down is when the trends go, let's just say bearish, the trend is bearish. If you see speed and momentum into what could be possible a nice point of interest, like that for me would be a nice point of interest. And you know what, I've literally just looked at this one now. So that would be a nice 1 minute point of interest. As that's going down, and the reason I say that is because of that, you've got imbalance there, you've got the rest of the imbalance here. Sorry, I'm not zoomed in enough, it's one of my bad habits that. So if that come up with speed and momentum like it did, I'd be happy with that. But to top that off, so we've got a continuation trend down. We've got the divergence there. We've got our entry. We've got the continuation down. We've got liquidity being built. We've got speed and momentum into this 1 minute POI. But then look what else we have got. So we've got that there. We've got that POI, and if you look here, this is where that there is our POI. That's our, say, decisional area. But if you look from here to here, it's up. If you look from here to here, it's down. And again, that is another indication that is probably going to continue down. Again, not always guaranteed. I have to say that because I've had people before, oh, I lost that trade. It's like, well, look at all the other things that wasn't going with that trade. People just bank on one thing. Trading doesn't work like that. So let's see if we can find any more. Yep, we've got one here. So here, we've got that there. We've got a 1 minute POI. We've broke some lows. We've built up some liquidity along here. And then look what we've got. We've got from there down to there. And we've got from there up to there. I mean, it works beautiful. I really, really like the RSI. I really do. It's one of my favorites. If I'm coming down in a continuation trend here and I see speed, or to be fair, I don't really like the way that's gone up slowly there. I prefer that type of entry. Speed momentum into it. Speed momentum into it. But it does work again and again. I mean, what is... I wouldn't really enter that anyway, but it's still nothing. But you can get the gist of it, and that's from the 1 minute. I don't do that as much on the 5 minute. On the 5 minute, I like it to get to a POI area, just like that. I like to see the divergence. I've got other rule sets, but we're not covering all that right now. This is what we're covering. And then whether I get in the trade in there or not, or I want a continuation trade, that's when I jump down onto the 1 minute. These are called EDMs, them, but I can't remember what the EDM is called, but it makes no freaking odds. It's a point of interest. And that there, you've got a perfect divergence there, which is great. Now, one more tip, what I want to say is, so if you're on the 5 minute, a lot of people, you may even speak to people about this, and they'll say, hey, you can do this, you can do that. So you don't want to be doing this, going from there to there. That's a big no-no. Like, it might even, does it have it on here? It does, to be fair. Look, that is a divergence there. So you could say, okay, well, the volume was going down there. Granted, it does say that, but it doesn't work nowhere near as much of the time, and a lot of people get that wrong. They do it across the whole leg. It doesn't work like that. You only want it on that leg. So that divergence is on the 5 minute, just at the end. It wouldn't be like that here. You couldn't put it over to there, because that is where it's gone up, it's changed, and it's come down. So that would be no good, because it's on, you've got that leg up here, you've got that leg down there. It's at the end of the legs that you're using. Big tip there. Because when I first started, I did start getting it wrong. As soon as I changed to that, absolute game changer. You're really going to love this one, people. Honestly, you're really going to love this one. So yeah, without confusing things too much, that is, do some testing. Don't do some live trades straight away. Do some back testing, and before you know it, you'll just start seeing them. Let's see if we can look. What we're on the 5 minute. Let's go. Just see if we can see any in some nice point of interest. I mean, wow, look at that one. That one's a bit like a 5 minute EDM, but we don't trade right at the beginning of Asia. In fact, I'm not even going to show you that one, because it's no good to get into your brain. Right, we've got that one there. Look at that one. It's come down to a nice area. Look how strong that one is. That's a good one. Here you can see there's a little bit of red there. It shows when the market is like overly bullish or overly bearish, and when it starts going red, you can see it's stretched. It doesn't always mean the market can't go. By now, probably a lot of you have seen how much gold can drop, how much it can shoot up. It can keep going if it wants. It's just another little indication. So yeah, I hope that helps. If you would like to join the community that I send all of these videos to, plus a lot more, we have free signals, we have a free course, we have free live calls every single week. We have free bots. We have automation that takes other trades automatically for you, so you haven't got to do anything. We just have a great community and cover everything. If that is something that you'd like to be a part of, just press the link in my bio, leave a comment, share, like. It's all handy, and I shall see you on the next one. Have a great trading week ahead.